Hey guys, I wanted to have a discussion with you all today on what I think we're all just kind of like confused about. What is going to happen to the professional tennis tour this year with the coronavirus? Just everything's happening so fast, and I just want to check in with you guys and see what you think. I'm totally confused by it. I don't know what to think. I think we're all kind of feeling like that. If you leave a comment too, I'll try and respond to it. I think this might be a little delayed, but here's where it just first happened for me. Is, I don't know, was it less than a week ago? All of a sudden, there was one case in the desert where they're going to have the Indian Wells, a huge tournament, one of the biggest tournaments. Many people think it is the biggest tournament outside of the majors. And they canceled it over one known case. And at first I thought, this is a total overreaction. How can you just cancel a tournament like this over one known case? I mean, I'm going to be honest, I really don't know much about this. I'm learning more and more, I think, as we all are. But my first gut response was, how can you cancel this tournament when there's this one case? It's like, to me, when I first heard it, I thought that's like one person having a cold or the flu, and you're going to cancel a huge tournament where the pros are all arriving and the tickets are all sold, and there's just millions of dollars of revenue about to be made, and it's one of the biggest events, and you cancel it just like that. And then now there's talk of canceling the entire clay season. I'm not sure if the Miami tournament is now. Can you guys let me know that? Have they officially canceled the Miami tournament? I think I saw a post by Novak Djokovic saying that they probably are going to, and that they should. And I guess the more I learn about this, maybe this is the right move. And I'm starting to think, is this going to be the end of the WTA and ATP tour for the entire 2020 season? Is the entire season going to be wiped out? What do you guys think about this? And should they be playing in front of no crowds anyway? I'll let you know my opinion on that. But it's just kind of crazy to me. And so the more I'm learning about this, at first I was, very ignorant, and I was like, this is ridiculous. It's nothing much more than, it's just another type of flu or cold. But then I saw, and I recommend everybody go watch this, one of the last Joe Rogan podcasts, there was a guy, I think his name is Michael Osterholm, and he's an expert on all these viruses. And he was saying that what we're doing, in his opinion, is we're just entering the beginning of this, that to not think of this as just like a bad blizzard, but like an entire winter of storm. And he thinks that there could be as many, I think he said, as 96 million cases worldwide in the next 3 to 7 months, and as many as 480,000 people could die. And then I saw another person, I forget his name, he was saying even more. So I guess this very, very firm response of like shutting down tennis and shutting down the NBA season and shutting down parades and other big events. And last night we announced that, we're no longer letting flights come in from Europe. I guess to respond this quickly and, so dramatically is maybe the right thing to do. What do you guys think about this? Is this the right thing to do right now? Or are we totally overreacting? Are we letting fear and panic set in to where it is just, kind of paralyzing our normal lives and going to events that we're looking forward to? And obviously this has a huge financial impact for the ATP and WTA tour. What do you guys think? Is this the right thing to do? I'm asking. I'm not telling anything here. I don't know enough to really be an authority. other than it's certainly going to have a big impact on tennis this year. And it looks to me that they're probably not going to play Miami, that they're heavily considering not playing the clay court season or playing in front of no crowds. And what will that look like? Do you think that's a good move? And Wimbledon announced that they would rather coronavirus is a hoax. It's actually a common cold. I don't know if it's just a hoax, my friend. And if you see where it originated from, this is a new strand, and it's very deadly. So I don't think it's the right thing to do to just call this a hoax. That's just my opinion. It's always better to be safe than sorry, says Jason. And the more I'm learning about this, the more I agree. The experts say you got to really act quickly, very firmly, and do a lot of things that are out of our comfort zone and that might not feel good. So I think they're doing the right thing. Now, as far as canceling the rest of the year, think about what that means, especially, another thing I was thinking about, you got Roger Federer at 20 Grand Slams. I know maybe this is like a little shallow or something like this, but I've been thinking about it. I'm like, Roger Federer has 20 Grand Slams. Rafa Nadal has 19 Grand Slams, and they're getting ready to play the French, which you pretty much always pencil him in for a win there. And Novak Djokovic has, I think, 16 or 17 now. Maybe it's 17 Grand Slams. Let me know. Comment, is it 16 or 17? Anyway, they're all within striking distance of each other. More and more people think, Roger probably will not win another one. And if he wins another one, he's got to win Wimbledon. And it probably has to be like this year. So imagine if they don't play Wimbledon, that will probably, in the whole Grand Slam race, it'll probably hurt Federer the most, because this, a lot of people think, is his last chance to win. And especially if he can recover from his knee surgery and get extra time on the grass, it might be his best chance to be really sharp going to Wimbledon and win. And will the virus be gone by then? I don't know. I think it's very hopeful, wishful thinking for it to be gone by then. And should they play it with no fans? And as a tennis fan, I say yes. If they can make it on this, if they can make it really safe to where the players are not really exposed to too many people, the ball kids, the TV people. Novak is at 17, says Jason Lane. The umpires, the TV people that need to be there. As long as we can keep it a small, safe group and broadcast it to the world, as a tennis fan, I would rather see them play with no stands. Maybe they can make it extra cool to where the players are required to just be on social media more and talk to us more, which kind of could be cool, kind of like coaches have to talk to an interview at halftime. Maybe they got to do the person who won a set, because they'll probably be in a better mood, has to say something on social media every set. I don't know. Maybe this, but be more creative, more out of the box, so you can make it more interactive for the fans to where we feel like we're still there. Maybe that could be something cool. Of course, it's not going to be as cool as having the fans there and hearing the crowd cheer and all that. It will be totally weird and bizarre. So maybe it will be so uncomfortable to watch that we don't want to see it like that. Lots of doctors say differently. Stop promoting falsehoods. Am I promoting a falsehood right now? Are you talking to me, Photo? I've said I don't know what's going to happen. And I'm saying that I think it's better to be safe than sorry. And I'm certainly not advocating as an expert on what should be done here. I'm asking most questions. What do you guys think about this? This is, what do you guys think? And they are seriously talking about, oh, no sunflowers. Okay. And they are seriously talking about, not having these tournaments. So, this is a real thing that people are talking, the officials that are talking about. So I'm just asking what you guys think. My personal opinion, and again, this is coming from somebody who's not an expert on this thing. So if it would be to where the players are at risk of getting sick and the umpires are at risk of getting sick if you played in front of no fans, then I guess we should not have this at all. But if you can make it safe to where the players can go play in front of just a camera, an umpire, and a couple ball kids, I would like to see the tournaments be broadcast with no fans, just so we can still have a French Open winner this year, just so we can have a Wimbledon winner this year, US Open winner this year, and we can watch it from home. I'd rather watch tennis and the history of tennis being made again in 2020 than no tennis at all. I mean, I know that's a selfish thing, but look, a lot of us might be at home for a long time, and you know, again, I know it's selfish, but to be entertained and I love tennis, I would rather see the tournaments be played with no fans than completely cancel out the 2020 season, especially since I'm a Roger Federer fan, to have him have at least one more chance of getting a Grand Slam, and Rafa has a chance of tying at the French Open. I mean, there's just so much, especially on the men's side, at stake right now that I would like to see play out this year, if at all possible. Now, if it's not possible, if it's going to be too dangerous, and the experts say, look, even if it's no fans, the amount of people it takes to put on an event, when you're talking about television and ball kids and umpires and players, when you start to think about that, that still can be a lot of people, and they're staying at hotels and they're still traveling to get there. That could still just enough in itself be too much of a risk to where people would get infected. I don't know, really at this point, how much it's going to spread, and if that is like, I just don't know. So that's why I'm asking you guys. I'm curious to see what everybody thinks. So let me know. My last thing, again, if it's, I think they probably will need to reboost testing on players and support staff. Yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to come on, check in with you guys, connect with you guys, and see what you guys are thinking and feeling out there. It's a totally weird, bizarre time that I think is on all our minds, and we're all like nervous about and trying to be careful, but at the same time, like saying, well, I'm still going to live my life, and what does that look like, and what do you choose to do and not do? Kind of crazy. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, let me know, like the video, certainly comment. Looking forward to seeing everybody's opinion on this, and subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Most of them are not on this topic. They're on tennis and instruction and how to improve forehands, backhands, serves, strategies, things like that. So if you enjoy that kind of stuff, subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching today's broadcast.